hottest team in the land coming through.
Good evening, everyone. This is the fourth and final group stage game for these teams in the NBA Cup. It should be a great one. Joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And we'll be getting the inside story tonight. Shams Charania is joining us at the broadcast table. Shams, it is so great to have you by our side.
Kevin, thank you so much. It's great to be here. I always love to follow the game, talk about the game. It should be a lot of fun tonight.
You'll give great insight. We can't wait to get going. Now a look at the stats for him.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. Siakam is out there with Benedict Mathurin. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton. Then there's Shepard, and it's Jackson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Raptors, we've got Olynyk. He's out there with Walter, and it's Dick in at the 2 guard. So, Shams, the Raptors finally traded their terrific wings, Pascal Siakam and OG Anunoby. We know how the other teams that got those players made out, New York and Indiana. They were terrific and helped those teams. How did the Raptors make out when all was said and done?
Both of those players were upcoming free agents. It was difficult to judge the trade market. But with that said, the Raptors were able to get draft picks plus young, exciting talent like Canadian R.J. Barrett and Emmanuel Quickley. But let's factor in the biggest key here. It's Scotty Barnes. He is their future. He's their untouchable. He's who that front office feels great about as their cornerstone moving forward.
Love Barnes. Love him. And for MP in this last group stage game, it's very important for him to have a great performance.
Yeah, MP has to be happy with his team's position in this final group stage game. All you can ask for is a chance to advance. Remember, MP's made it known he wants to lift that NBA Cup.
Second free throw, no good. Here's Toronto now. Driving inside. Dick, that's good.
Oh, good balance from Dick. Able to take the contact and still score inside.
Pass to Mathurin. Back to Halliburton. And the layup is good.
Very good composure and control that time by Halliburton, not allowing that physical defense to affect his shot at all.
Here's Dick. Out left to the wing. 5 on the clock. With the shot. Buries the jump shot.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now, here's Siakam. You saw him with 19 points his last outing. And things can get so intense when NBA rumors start flying, Shams. You know that. The teams are just kind of holding on sometimes for dear life. What is it like when you break a major NBA story, like you've done numerous times?
It's like when your heart skips a beat, Kevin. It's like when you feel like you are in such a rush and there's a surge of excitement that hits every particle of your body. Every profession obviously has a big payoff, but everything happens so fast. But when it happens, it makes all the hard work worth it. But it certainly brings a great feeling, and I definitely get goosebumps to this day.
You get goosebumps, but the hard work you put in to get that story, I know what you guys go through. It is amazing the hours you spend.
365, 24/7.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
6 to shoot. To the left wing. Here's Walter. Off target with his 3. For Indiana, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. From 11 feet away, Fernando pulls it in. Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a loss to the Grizzlies of Memphis. And he dunks it down.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Count that one. Halliburton's got 6.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Olynyk, a screen on Halliburton. Knocks down the 3 ball. 7 points in the game.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And a wide open look for Siakam. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Walter can't get it to go. Indiana leading. You communicate so much with NBA GMs. You talk with owners. You talk with personnel people. You know, knowing what they do, what is an overlooked part of how they operate their day-to-day jobs with these NBA teams?
A few things for me, Kevin. It is the relationships with agents, with other teams. Are they trusted? Do they have the trust of others? That is of importance, certainly. And how well connected are they within the organization? How are they building their own front offices in their own buildings? But their thirst for information, their ability to use information to strategize, that is something that occurs every single day. Because if you know something is happening with a specific team, that could shape how you want to strategize your team moving forward.
Here's Dick. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. For the 3. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Halliburton. 6 points for him. And Jackson throws it down. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Pass to Dick. And here is Olynyk. A 3. The rebound by Halliburton. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
Hey, knocking down free throws in a hostile environment is really about the battle of the mind.
Here's Mathurin. Nothing on the board. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires from way outside. Fernando pulls it in. Toronto, they've gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 on the left. Rejected by Halliburton. Shepard, the pass to Jackson. And in last year's playoff, Shams, we did see a lot of players injured and unable to play. What are some of the solutions that may be being talked about that you hear about?
People certainly ask if this is a result of the 65-game rule. Is it the more physical play? Is it the consequences of the regular season? The league is going to take a wait-and-see approach to determine if this is an issue they have to fix. But they do love the results of what this has brought as far as player availability moving forward.
Yeah, they do seem sold on that 65 number, don't they?
100%. And at the end of the day, some of these injuries are flukish. There's a lot of, obviously, lower body injuries, and you can't measure that. I think the league is going to want to see more data over the next 5 to 10 years to really determine, does this rule impact the game and impact injuries?
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. Tyrese Halliburton is a person who's in control. He says, I want to win, so I'm just trying to figure out the right way to do that. Right now, it's get the ball in my hands and just make the right reads. I can facilitate probably better than the majority of people in the league. So that's what I want to do. I want to get my guys involved. Kevin?
He does, doesn't he, David? Every single time. And, David, we thank you for that report. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Pacers.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
And he makes the first. And the Raptors with some changes. Chris Boucher's checked in for Olynyk. Temple comes in for Walter. And it's Brown in for Dick. And a change for the Pacers. McConnell's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. And so it's Indiana with it. Last time they came together was in Toronto, where they fell to the Raptors.
And I feel they were the superior team, but they didn't take advantage of their opportunities and just could not close that game out.
And, you know, in the last few seconds of a close game, you can forget about who's the favorite, who's the underdog. That's all meaningless stuff. You know, late in the game that's close, it's anybody's ball game.
Now here's Brown. Following the miss by Pascal Siakam. Inside, 6 on the shot clock. Boucher, and he drops it in from the low post.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Shams, you've been around the NBA for a long time now. Which players do you enjoy watching the most?
Greatness, especially the guys that are regarded among the greatest of all time, like LeBron James, like Stephen Curry, like Kevin Durant. You have to throw those in there. But this is a new era, a new crop. The Jason Tatums, Jaylen Browns, Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Have to throw Luka Doncic in there. You have Donovan Mitchell, you have Paolo Banchero, you have Tyrese Halliburton, you have Joel Embiid, you have Tyrese Maxey, Jimmy Butler, you have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Devin Booker, Zion Williamson, Anthony Davis, De'Aaron Fox, Victor Wembanyama. So let's not have anyone here left out.
All right, yeah, they're all fun to watch. Siakam hits them both.
A big man who can score, rebound, and pass. This is why Siakam has become a huge piece of this team.
There's the drive, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. The Raptors getting the bucket. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Boucher with a screen on McConnell. Off target on the 15-footer.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
To the paint. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. And just a fantastic run of games for him. A look at the Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
And you just look at the point totals that he has posted up during that time frame. Just some unreal numbers. Hard to argue with him as the pick when he is just putting up huge stats on offense and carrying this team with his scoring ability.
Raptors with the lead. Brown feeling it out a bit. They set the pick. Takes a three. They get it back. Fernando, that's good. And the Raptors lead by 4.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You've got to work harder on the glass.
Hey, Shams, I know you cover the league like no one else, but I've seen your jump shot. You have a sweet J. You must have played organized ball, I'm assuming.
I played a little bit in high school, Kevin, but once I got cut in high school, that's when I knew my career path would have to trend into what I'm doing now, into writing and covering the NBA. But listen, I have a lot of confidence in my jump shot, watching players like Steph Curry shoot the basketball. I'm not trying to give any comparisons, but I do love to shoot the ball. That is the one thing I know I can do decently on the court.
I know. I love your answer.
Not much else, but I can shoot.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Power down with both hands.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Spoke earlier with Darko Rajakovic. Now, we spoke about the problems that Pascal Siakam brings to the table, and he told me Pascal is so good with room to operate, we need to find him in transition and take away space when he has the ball. Of course, that's easier said than done. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Boucher, solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Boucher's got his second bucket tonight.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Neesmith, the pass to Halliburton. 1:10 left in the first quarter. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
Already finding his spots and capitalizing, playing really efficient basketball.
Mitchell finds Brown. And the foul called on Bruno Fernando. That's his first foul.
13 foul.
Pacers trail by 8. Halliburton on the wing. He's covered by Brown. Releases. And it's Halliburton missing. And it's the Raptors ball. They're on a 17-6 run. Pass to Brown. From outside the arc. Good on the three-point shot.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And here's Halliburton. 8 points for him. Pass to McConnell. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. The Raptors out in front. They finish off the first quarter on a 20-6 run. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Toronto.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
But how about their scoring in transition as well? That's been a big factor to this point. Are those high tops or track shoes these guys are wearing? My goodness.
Mitchell is out there with Bruce Brown. Then there's Chris Boucher. Then it's Olynyk. And it's Walter in at the small forward. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. And we saw some players banged up down the stretch last season, Shams.
I'm told that there was a focus on maybe allowing some more flexibility in physicality. It definitely upped the intensity some, and I think that's what the fans want, but there are going to be some trade-offs, and that includes the free throw rates, that includes game time, and in the long haul, adding some more physicality and adding some more attention to detail defensively and allowing defenders to play more and defend more. That should be good for the game.
Yeah, those were good trends, I would agree. And he makes the first, but misses the second.
Seems like Halliburton is always looking to do a little more, always making the extra effort. That's fairly rare.
The Raptors shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve.
Taking 2 shots.
And free throw good from Walter. So he gets them both. Here's Halliburton. His last outing, he had 18 points. Walker is screen on Brown. Rebound by the Raptors. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
And, you know, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them. Felt like they were in a groove from the opening tip.
Olynyk finds Brown. Olynyk sets a screen for Brown. On the clock. Over Halliburton. And it's Brown missing. And so it's McConnell with it. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Down by 12. Halliburton, that's good.
You know, the outside game is really one of Halliburton's strengths. He makes that corner three look like a layup.
Astro Winnick. Back to Mitchell. And as the salary cap looks set to rise significantly, Shams, any major effects that you can anticipate?
It won't be like the year the Warriors signed KD. They're going to smooth the cap numbers, and it's not going to spike quite the same. But these numbers will continue to get eye-popping when you think about player salary, and you have to keep in mind luxury tax and the new second apron that came into play with the collective bargaining agreement. And that will play a part in how teams build, not putting yourself in a restricted position to continue to build winning organizations.
A lot of moving parts to contend with, but boy, a lot on the horizon. Now, here's Mitchell, following the miss by Tyrese Halliburton. Boucher with a screen on Halliburton. That doesn't go either for Brown. Pacers trail by 12. To the right side. Here's Nesmith. 9-point game his last outing. Offline with his three. Brown outside. For three, Mitchell. Walker with the rebound. Walker's got his fourth rebound in this one. Here's Halliburton. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. Halliburton's got 6 here in this quarter.
Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
Astro Winnick. Down low. Here's Brown. Halliburton with the steal. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Pacers have hit half their free throws in this one, going 3 of 6 so far.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
And this year they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
The first free throw is good. Indiana making some changes. Isaiah Jackson, he's checked in for Walker. And Shepard subbed in for Nesmith. And both free throws good for McConnell. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Screen by Olynyk. Puts up a deep three. The rebound by Shepard. Pacers trail by 8. Pass to McConnell. Now Shepard hasn't made one yet. Toppin. Oh, he misses the dunk.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
Boy, he strikes again from range. His 4th in this game after draining 3 in the first period.
And here are the Pacers now. Raptors knocking down the tray. Toppin sends a screen for Halliburton. Indiana again missing. Toronto leading by 11. To the inside. Brown with the bounce pass. Screen by Olynyk.
Indiana TJ McConnell. That's his first personal foul.
Raptors have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
At the line for your Raptors. Number 28. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Dix checked in for Toronto. And Indiana with a change here too. Nesmith has checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
my kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Driving the lane. Shepard, that's good.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Drops in the layup for 2. 28 points for him.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Pass to Toppin. Back to Halliburton. Tries it from 9. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. 16 points for Tyrese Halliburton.
A terrific effort from Halliburton so far offensively. He's not holding anything back on that end of the floor.
Off target from outside.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Neesmith with the ball. Still without a basket. Shot clock at 6. There's a screen by Toppin. A nice shot by Neesmith. Neesmith has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Pacers. The Raptors have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Here's Dick. He's coming off a 10-point game against Miami. Olynyk, a screen on Halliburton. He was all alone on that one.
And what a huge performance for him. I mean, he drained 3 3-pointers in that first quarter, and he's got 2 more here in the second.
Here's Shepard. Pass to Halliburton. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
You know, he's got to be exasperated right now, fellas. I mean, playing excellent ball, but they're still losing.
Now, Dick. There's the triple. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Neesmith with the ball. He's picked up by Dick. Offensive rebound. Toppin can't get it to go.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Boucher with a screen on Halliburton. Excellent defense there from Halliburton. Pacers trail by 9. And the layup's good off the glass. Halliburton's got 20.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton has become the face of the Pacers franchise. He says they've done a great job of allowing me to spread who I am and how I play throughout the organization. Guys and the coaches have adapted to that. Good things are happening. I want us to be the best team in the league. Kevin, he's certainly taking them in the right direction.
David, I'm infatuated with this guy as you are. He does so much at such a young age. Man, the sky is the limit. And the Raptors with some changes. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Kelly Olynyk, and Garrett Temple subbed in for Walter. Then for the Pacers, Siakam is checked in for Toppin, and it's Benedict Mathurin in for Aaron Neesmith. Mathurin finds Jackson. Boucher against Siakam. Jackson setting the pick here for Siakam. Pass to Jackson. And it's denied. Sent back by Siakam. Here's Temple, defended by Mathurin. Shot clock at 5. Another shot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Benedict Mathurin. Raptors have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6.
Garrett Temple. 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. So it's the Pacers now. 11-point game. They'll be off to Brooklyn for a meeting with the Nets after this one. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. Halliburton inside the 3-point line. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Talk about confidence. Halliburton oozing with it. No hesitation off the catch and shoot there.
Up and in on the layup. 33 points for him.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Shepherd with the ball. Pass to Halliburton. Driving to the basket. And finished off by Halliburton.
Driving lanes are created because they have to respect Halliburton's perimeter shot.
Here's Temple. The tray. And it's Mathurin with the rebound. And Mathurin has got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. They trail by 9 points. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. And for the Raptors, they're shooting 38% in the second quarter. Offensively, they look a little bit confused. Shoots. Green for 2 points. And the Raptors lead by 11.
Boy, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
Pass to Halliburton. Toronto grabs the miss. Here's Dick. Launches a 3. And there's the foul. It's on Chris Boucher. That's foul number 2 for him. T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for Halliburton.
Pacers substitution. Number 9, T.J. McConnell.
Pacers trail by 11. 1:52 left now here in the second. Mathurin for 3. Kicks it out to Siakam. Hits it from 3-point range. Siakam's got 8.
Yeah, you got to get out on that. Siakam demonstrating that ability to hurt you from beyond.
Pass to Temple. 1:24 left to play in the first half.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Shams, we appreciate you stopping by. We know you got a lot of things to do, a lot on your plate. Your phone's going bananas. It's lighting up about every 15 seconds. You go take care of that. We'll see you back here next time.
I can always make time for you guys. Kevin, appreciate you guys having me on.
Shams Charania, the best. Thank you so much. Great stuff right there from Shams, one of the most plugged-in people in the world of basketball.
Hey, I mean, if something is going down that's big news, Shams is the first to get a hold of it. He knows everybody around the NBA.
Here's Mathurin after Toronto at the 3-point. Now Shepherd. Clock at 6. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Mark, these Indiana Pacers play at one of the quickest paces of any team in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's quite fitting considering the nickname, Indiana Pacers. And they do set the pace. They love to push that rock, and they do it relentlessly. Catching you before your defense can get set. It's a beautiful way to play. Tell you what, though, you got to be in great shape to make it work.
Free throw good, Mathurin. Recently, the Raptors made moves, Greg, to add some Canadian-born talent to their roster.
They traded for R.J. Barrett and Kelly Olynyk, 2 guys that represent Canada in international play, and were both born in Toronto, now playing for their hometown team.
He hits both from the stripe. And the defense of this Raptors team, Greg, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard all 5 positions. Makes defending a much easier prospect.
Pacers trail by 11. Now, here's Siakam. He's got 8. Jackson, a screen on Mitchell. Siakam for 3. That one, no good. And so it's Toronto holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And the 3-point shot has been big for them. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Fans, direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're measuring up the shot. One more time. A round of applause for the participants.
Hello, everybody. We're here to break it all down, and through the first half of play, it's a very commanding lead for the Toronto Raptors.
They're moving well on offense, great teamwork. Maybe not as strong as our teamwork, but whose is?
How about your old Lakers team?
What I remember seeing, they pass the ball into Shaq Ernie, and it never comes back out.
That's why they call me the Shaq Hole.
All right, guys, let's swing it over and see what the fans have been posting. Flopping Freddy is asking Shaq, did you have any major beef with other players during your playing days?
That's a great question. It'd probably be quicker for Shaq to name the players he didn't have a beef with.
Yeah, I don't think we'll have time to answer this question. We'll have to look it up.
You guys are being dramatic, but there may have been a couple of players.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Toronto leading by 11. Here's who Rick Carlisle starting the second half with. Shepherd out there with Tyrese Halliburton. Then there's Benedict Mathurin. Then it's Pascal Siakam. And it's Jackson in at the center.
Well, he's filling it up right now, getting the shots he wants and delivering in a big way.
Halliburton passes to Siakam. Pass to Fernando. Olynyk high post. Here's Walter, defended by Mathurin. Yep, that one goes in there. Walter's got 7. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Indiana Pacers. It's a 16-point game. Mathurin for 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Fernando's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Walter can't get it to go.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
Outside Mathurin. Here's Siakam. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Walter's got 4 rebounds in this game. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Tries to keep it alive. And they recover it. Over to the left wing. 6 on the shot clock. There's a screen. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in. 43 points in the game.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here's Shepard. Here's Halliburton. Here's Jackson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. He's got 10.
Halliburton has such a really good feel for the game. He knows exactly how to get his guys to step up.
Olynyk, a screen on Halliburton. Misses the 3. Pacers trail by 16. Here's Siakam. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Yeah, that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
That one falls.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's Halliburton. The Raptors getting the bucket. It's good from long range.
Like the way Halliburton continues to take more responsibility on the offensive end. His game warrants that he does that.
Fades and shoots. It's rebounded by Indiana. Right side, Mathurin. The league is attempting, Clark, to minimize flopping. Do you like the technical foul assessment for just that act?
Yeah, I do. I really do, because that way you can get it out of the game. These guys are as big, as strong as any athletes in the world. They shouldn't be falling down as much as they do trying to draw fouls.
Toronto leading by 15. Pass to Walter. Here's the 3. Rebounded by Jackson.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Halliburton outside. Jacks up a 3. Here's Jackson. Walter pulls it in. Walter's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Well, Greg, we saw in the 2024 regular season that these Pacers actually led the NBA in assists.
Averaging over 30 assists a game. Now that's ball movement. These Pacers really trust one another and love to share the load offensively.
And he knocks down the first one. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Halliburton. 27 points for him. A floater. He lays it in. Halliburton's got 29 in the game.
Halliburton in his bag for sure right now, showing you everything he's got, including the soft touch.
Six to shoot. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And it just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Over in the corner, Mathurin. And he knocks down the jumper.
A smooth operator in that pick and roll. Mathurin understanding how to capitalize with that handle.
Olynyk, a screen on Halliburton. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Siakam.
Second team foul.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
The three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, have they.
And, you know, they've done a fantastic job scoring inside as a result, finding plenty of opportunities to cash in near the hoop.
And the first one drops. Chris Boucher's checked in for Bruno Fernando. The Pacers also with a sub. Neesmith, he's checked in for Benedict Mathurin. That one misses. After exploding onto the NBA radar in 2019, Siakam Clark has been a sure thing on offense.
Well, you know what you're going to get from Pascal Siakam. I mean, whether it's in the open floor or in the half-court sets, he's a guy you can count on delivering when you give him the ball in those situations. His offense never takes a night off.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
And that one misses. We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. And nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity. Always a plus.
Well, that's another good rebound for him. Hasn't mattered at all that he's given up some inches to a few of the other guys on the floor.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his second.
The Raptors have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
At the line for Toronto. Walker. 2 shots.
That one is off. The Raptors making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Good on the second free throw. And Halliburton's got the ball here for Indiana. Pass to Shepard. Here's Siakam. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Boucher's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Brown. And he uses the glass on the layup. Brown's got 8.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Shepard with the ball. He's covered by Brown. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Raptors leading by 22. Here's Walter. 8 points for him. Shed, that's good.
And, you know, even though he's not a lights-out shooter from deep, the defense still has to be more aggressive there.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Halliburton inside the three-point line. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Halliburton's got 31.
And you know what? He's really been one of the few bright spots for them trying to will this team to victory.
Here's Brown. Again, Toronto.
I like the selectivity of Brown on offense, you know. He's got that mid-range jumper down pat, too.
Siakam outside. Pass to Jackson. Shepard with the ball. Neesmith with the ball. Shot clock at 6. And the three ball is good.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Brown outside. Here's Shed. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Halliburton looking around. Siakam outside. Jackson setting the pick here for Siakam. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first three of the half, there might be more in store.
Here's Shed. Pass to Olynyk. Boucher with a screen on Jackson. And Olynyk kicks to Boucher. And it's off from three-point range. Pacers trail by 19. Shepard the pass to Siakam. Now Shepard. Here's Halliburton. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Olynyk's got 6 rebounds in the game. Brown against Halliburton. And finished off by Brown.
When Brown gets ahead of steam, headed to the hoop, it's hard to stay in front of him.
Pass to Neesmith. Now, here is Halliburton. Back to Neesmith. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Brown outside. .143 left in the third. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Siakam. This is his first free throw of the game.
At the line for your Raptors, Chris Boucher, taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. So both teams making some changes here. And so Boucher nails both of them. Pacers shooting 37% so far in the third quarter, and they're not satisfied with this lack of offensive execution. Now, here's Neesmith. 6 points for him. McConnell against Mitchell. 5 to shoot. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And Temple kicks to Brown. There's the pick. Shoots the 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Brown's got 9 points in the quarter.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
Halliburton outside. House contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Halliburton was hungry for that hoop, taking the ball right to the rack and drawing the foul.
Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
Bruno Fernando's checked in for Toronto. Tyrese Halliburton is flat out special, Clark. You say it all the time. He is an absolute machine on offense.
He really is an orchestrator, a maestro of platinum-level capability. His turnover numbers, outstanding. He's a guy that flirts with the 50, 40, 90 shooting splits and is going to lead the league in assists, I think, a better part of his career going forward. That's how good he is.
And here's McConnell. Shot from the wing. Bank shot. No good.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And so it's the Toronto Raptors riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Right back after this break. And let's listen to head coach Rick Carlisle review the game plan with his guys.
Hold your ground. Hold your ground. Your job is just to stay in front of this guy. Don't blow by.
Now preaching strong defense there, GA.
I mean, basic fundamentals. He doesn't want to see anyone on his team get burned on that end.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Dick. Bruce Brown is out there with Mitchell. Then there's Chris Boucher. And it's Fernando in at the 5. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Now, here's Boucher. At the top of the key, Mitchell. Clark, some people have claimed there is too much talent now in this NBA and not enough teams.
Interesting point. I don't know if I fully agree with it. Clearly, talent has always been the driver in the league. I think because the league is generally younger, that the talent is not as refined, so therefore you have a little disjointedness with teams. But the blend of talent into teamwork is still what the best teams do at a high level.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Now, here's McConnell. Halliburton passes to Walker. Here's Nesmith. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Now Mitchell. Pass to Dick. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Round with it. Lets the 3 fly. And it's McConnell with the rebound. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Nesmith finds Halliburton. Fires for 3. Connects from three-point range. Halliburton's got 13 points in the second half.
At the arc, Halliburton confident, no fear, no hesitation. He sees a good shot, he's letting it fly.
And the timeout called by Darko Rojakovic. He has decided it's the right time to talk. The Pacers making a change here. Shepard's checked in.
It's your north side.
To the left side wing. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Neesmith. No good from outside.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. The shot missing. Pacers trail by 20. Stolen by Mitchell. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
In so many different ways, Dick gets the ball to his teammates. Always on time and on target.
Halliburton for three. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Count that one. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And Halliburton slams it in.
How about Halliburton? This fella going right to the rim, sneak dunking on that attack. Impressive.
To the middle, deflects the pass. Here's Dick. Drains the three-pointer.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
And here are the Pacers now. Raptors knocking down the tray. And it's Halliburton missing. Here's Dick. Neesmith covering.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Indiana's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And Walker kicks to Halliburton. Banked in off the glass. Halliburton's got 41.
You know, even if this game doesn't go their way, I think he's got to be proud of how he performed tonight.
Pass to Mitchell. Regarding court layout, Clark, do you think there should be more space around the court to reduce collisions?
Yeah, part of me would say that makes a lot of sense and would be prudent. I mean, you've got to balance that with access to fans who want to be for those premium seats as close to the action as possible. But it is difficult when you see a fan collide with the players. So I think you balance it. I would like to see a little more room. Give the fans the experience and access, but maybe create a little more cushion between the playing surface and those high-priced seats.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. The Raptors getting the bucket. Takes the three. Rebound by Mitchell.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Pacers. Pascal Siakam comes in for Toppin. Here's Shed. Pass to Fernando. Over Halliburton. Fernando can't get it to go.
Boy, you've really got to put those away, especially against soft interior defense.
Shepard, the pass to Neesmith. Shepard with the ball. Here's Halliburton. It's rebounded by Dick. Here's Shed. They set the screen. Traps in the tray.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defender.
Now, here's Siakam. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Dick passes to Olynyk. Here's Mitchell. And it's good off the back rim and in. Mitchell's got his first 2 points.
Love the energy on his drive. The defense didn't expect that coming from him.
Pass to Nesmith. Buries the long-range jumper.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
And here is Olynyk. Here's Fernando. And here is Mitchell. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And things seem to be getting tougher for the big spending teams, Clark, but we're seeing a lot of them go all in before the toughest penalties take effect.
Yeah, you know, the frozen pick provision kicks in next season, and the season after that, luxury taxes ramp way up. Powerhouse teams trying to make hay while the sun shines is a pretty good strategic business move, but the landscape is certainly changing.
Free throw dropped for Mitchell. Garrett Temple has checked in for the Raptors. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for the Pacers. And Mitchell drops them both. Indiana's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th. Now Shepard for 3, Siakam. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Fernando's got 11 rebounds in the game.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Now here's Mitchell. Clock at 4. Olynyk inside. Siakam's there. Leaps for it and goes out of bounds. Last touch by Olynyk. And Indiana shooting not great, 40% for the game. Pass to Siakam. Halliburton with it. GA, what effect do you think the rule to limit flopping has had since it was put into place in the NBA?
Well, I do think we're seeing less theatrics, and there were fines before, but a flop now might impact the game itself. So I'd say it's been a bit of a deterrent.
Pass to Shepard. Back to Siakam. And a wide open look for Halliburton. And finished off by Siakam.
What a phenomenal athlete Siakam is. Just taking off and finishing with power at the rim.
Here's Temple beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Indiana. Jackson's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Outside Mathurin. Back to Halliburton. Rebound by the Raptors. Now, here's Mitchell. Pass to Temple. Back to Mitchell. The rebound by Shepard. Mitchell's gone 1 of 4 so far. Here's Siakam. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him.
2 minutes remaining in regulation time.
And over the last 2 years, Clark, we have seen an explosion of talent from Canada.
Tell you what, you go back to the mid-2000s, Steve Nash is winning those back-to-back MVPs. That's certainly part of it, but I really think a generation of players picked up the game, seeing guys like Steve Nash, and then the influx of great Canadian collegiate players going on to NBA success has certainly continued to keep that pipeline going.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Toronto.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with one game left against this squad.
And believe you me, they'll be gunning for the sweep in that third meeting.
Here's Mathurin. Fades. It's hauled in by the Raptors. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Fernando. Screen by Olynyk. For three, Mitchell. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. Now, here's Halliburton. Now, Shepard. Three-pointer. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton.
A clean pass that time from Halliburton to a wide-open teammate. Just smart ball movement there.
Here's Shed. And so Toronto takes this, but by a big margin. So they finish out the NBA Cup group round as a 3-1 team.
And whether you're focused on the NBA Cup or the big picture of the regular season, early wins like these are great for your team.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long.
They really thought they had a chance tonight.
Wins pay the bills, baby.
Casa Bella. Wanna come, let's get better. Go find nobody in the crew with the